An estimated 120 to 140 million women have been subjected to this practice. In this report, we head to Kenya, where it remains key to the culture of some communities. But more and more girls and women are resisting, with many running away, especially during the school holidays when most of the cutting ceremonies are held. Our correspondent, Duncan Woodside, went to the country's Rift Valley, home to the cattle-herding Pokot and Enderoi peoples, where the mutilation of women ahead of marriage is still central to the working of the local economy.
These two girls are runaways. They left home to escape female genital mutilation. Felicia, who's 20, lodges with 18-year-old Susan, who ran away just a few weeks ago. They eke out a living selling fruit to travellers.
I couldn't have stayed at home because if I had, my parents would have pestered me as to why I refused to undergo the cut. Sometimes they try to scare you by saying there are people who'll come at night and wake you up, and they'll take you for the cut.
I was told to go to the cut, but I refused. Also, when you go to the cut, you'll be forced to be married by an old man.
Practicing FGM carries a custodial sentence, but people are rarely punished since the offence takes place under the radar, often in secret ceremonies, and local authorities lack the resources to prosecute.
We only have 5 officers, administration police officers, serving 3 locations. And to take these officers to the field is very taxing because they don't have a vehicle. And the chief doesn't have a vehicle. So it is very difficult to ferry them and even to ferry the culprits.
The cutting process is carried out by women. Margaret says she's mutilated hundreds of girls. The ritual is carried out with a razor blade.
When the girls are to be cut, we get stones. Everyone has a stone to sit on, like these ones here. When you cut them, they sit still, like the stone they're sitting on. No flesh remains behind after the cut. What remains is just the base.
Margaret's now an anti-FGM ambassador, thanks to a sensitisation programme run by Kenya's National Council of Churches. But she used to earn up to €250 a day, making cutting a lucrative business.
If you tell someone to quit this work, they'll say, "Are you really telling us to leave this business that's helping us earn a living and enabling us to send our children to school?"
Many men within cattle herding communities here in Kenya view FGM and male circumcision as a cultural necessity. Cutting ceremonies typically also involve instructing girls how to become housewives, often over a period of several weeks.
If a girl is circumcised, while she's in seclusion for that process, she's going to be well trained to serve the family and become an adult. So when a woman refuses circumcision, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
The culture of providing a dowry, mainly in the form of cattle, results in additional pressure for girls to undergo FGM. Marrying off daughters brings wealth for families, and would-be husbands often refuse to wed someone who's not been cut.
Because you are fighting for a woman. You love a woman, really. But the problem is that she has not undergone. So it will be a fight between me and her that, please, I want you to undergo this particular process for you to be qualified, for you to be a true woman.
The patriarchal nature of society, the economics of the dowry system, and weak law enforcement all indicate that FGM will persist in many of Kenya's communities for years to come. Thousands more girls are therefore likely to run away from home, leaving them exposed to poverty and exploitation.
That's it for Focus. Time now for our sports roundup, starting off with Cup football.